Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. Let's see what these cards have to say. Wow, we have strength again. Constant collective messagings here. The universe really doesn't want to let go this need for please be strong. The Emperor, powerful, very powerful. Yeah, no, you have to be assertive about this. Whatever it is, this shadow work is, I'm receiving somebody. Yes, wow. Interesting crossover energy. So we have the Two of Pentacles, which I think showed up these two have showed up in a reading together at some point recently. Then we have the Moon. Sorry, so this is how it fell out. It was the Moon, the Two of Pentacles, and then the Nine of Cups, just like this, in this order. So you can also get your own story out of what you see. So I'm recording this the day before a new moon, which is going to be very energetically important. It will happen in the sign of tropical Capricorn. It will happen in the sign of Capricorn, actually, in both astrological systems, in both sidereal, Vedic, and tropical, just in case you're interested and you're an astro girl. So Capricorns, you guys are the star of the show. If you have a Capricorn placement in your life, those born between late December, early Jan, those are your people. Those are your go-tos right now. Well done to Capricorns as well, especially during this time. This is giving you, in the sense. All the Capricorns that I know personally are really enjoying the fruits of their labor right now. They worked really, really hard for years, specifically on their sense of self-confidence and being able to trust themselves, being able to stand strong, tame the lion. They went through very deeply spiritual processes, especially those in the millennial Capricorns. And the reason I go as far as acknowledging this is because Capricorns are barely acknowledged for how spiritually they move, because they a lot of the way they work and where their vision is in the material. But it's all happening from a deeply spiritual place. Like, not enough people acknowledge the spirituality of an emperor. And how fortified someone would have to be in order to be the emperor. This is so much spiritual fortification. And I say this often in my readings as well, the spiritual, all these words, honestly. So I try to make them practical. In the practical sense, this is like a consistent feeling of confidence in the self, pride in the self. Like I said, we have this new moon coming up in Capricorn. If this is not a sensation you're feeling, work on it. You will feel it. If you focus on it, like if you do those intention rituals, of burning a piece of paper, writing down something, the desires you want on a piece of paper, burning it, you will get those desires, especially if they are aligned with your sense of connection with your sense of connection with your self-confidence, your self-pride, self-acceptance, inner security, an inner sense of security, of emotional security. This is the sense of learning that a sense of fulfillment starts from within. It has nothing to do with your material successes. It has to do with who you are as a person. Get into that, knowing who you are and being proud of who you are as a person. Face all of your bullshit. No one's perfect, not even this emperor. While he is a leader and he is self-confident, he has his sense of leadership and confidence in the self is such an important point of reputation and like existence for him, that dealing with senses of insecurity are not easy at all for this person. And so that may be the case for you, that dealing with personal insecurities might be difficult right now. I did read for the sense of a collective of people who are facing financial dips, where you're just in a financial state that you didn't expect to be, and you expected to have more money than you do right now, and it's making you feel a little bit nervous, anxious, tight. You know what I mean? Contracted. Deal with that. It's shadow work, and you will be. It's like. It's almost like the sensation of how God will like empty your pockets out to keep you still at home, so that you don't have any money to go anywhere or do anything in the outside. You must stay at home. Sometimes that's on purpose. In my opinion, it's always on purpose, but we can talk about that in another video. Look out for everything that happens. This new moon feels so important. 18th of January, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. I've been seeing from a geophysicist. His name is Stefan Burns, who you should find on YouTube. He's been talking a lot about those dates in particular, and how something about the sun and the rays that it shoots at us is going to be extra on or around those days. And so energetically, obviously, it's going to be a lot. It's always a lot. I've mentioned this in previous videos. Even if you don't keep up with it, you'll feel the sense of emotional dips, random fatigue, random appetite switches, the need to drink more water than usual. Yeah, that's the vibe. That's always the vibe. And it's pretty cool that we have, so the sun and the moon will both be very influential over the next few days. And it's cool that we have their signs in this deck, but we have the shadow aspect of that experience, of each of those experiences. So instead of the sun, we have the strength card. And then we have the moon straight up, which can only illuminate in the dark, right? So this is giving shadow work with a sense of pride in the self. So releasing the worries and the cares and the control maybe that you've tried to hold onto in the past regarding money. This is a freedom from an over-identification with money and material things. This is also a very quick turnaround of something that left you pretty uncertain that comes up during the next moon cycle. So either this upcoming new moon or the next full moon, whenever you're watching Timeless Intention. Hold out. I'm feeling, and I'm reading for somebody who's feeling incredibly anxious about money right now. Hold out. I'm also getting into warning you against spending too much money. Watch against spending money for the sake of pride. And this feels very male specific. This is something that males tend to do. They spend, they try to uphold, they try to be the man, they show off, do all these things. And then only after all the transactions have left and they're left looking at their balance, they're like, shit, why did I do that? Why did I agree to pay that person? Why did I agree to lend that person money? Why did I agree to cover that bill? Cute. I find it cute. Moving from ego and then regretting it afterwards. It's such a human thing. 3 major arcanas here is pretty powerful. In the sense that I always say when major arcanas come up, these 3 cards here, when major arcanas come up, it's a sense of surrender. There's nothing left for you to do. This also is giving that there's nothing left for you to do. This is also giving someone who's trying way too hard and needs to really just relax. Sit back, enjoy. It feels like there's a decision that you're trying to make that you cannot make on purpose and that you need to wait the next moon cycle for. So you need to wait until the new moon or the full moon period is up. Then you'll get clarity and you'll get the forward motion or inspiration to make a decision. But right now that you can't make a decision is on purpose. I feel called to let you know about that. And then beneath the deck, you have the 4 of Pentacles. So again, revisiting that energy of somebody who feels extremely mentally, they feel extremely energetically insecure because of the state of their wallets. I don't know what else to tell you about that other than the fact that you just need to start taking more pride in yourself, understanding more about, because, okay, I just want to also clarify. I never get the sense that I'm reading for somebody who's in a survival state. You know what I mean? If you are in a survival state right now, then I have to encourage you to take some time, take a moment to yourself. Don't even watch any of these videos. If you're in extreme survival state, these videos Don't bother with these. It's an internal self, your own story thing. No one can know or understand your experience as someone who's in extreme survival state. It's a very personal thing. That's not to say that you're alone or to like abandon you, to say, oh, I can't help you. It's that it's a very, very, very deep alchemical time to learn how you can help yourself, because you can. Everyone can. No matter the systemic pressures, no matter capitalism, no matter what your past story is, everyone is empowered enough to be able to help themselves. This is the point as well of this energy, of this time. We all have to awaken to how we are our own saviors, and there is nothing wrong with that. It is a blessing, and it will be easy. Saving our own selves is easy. We're made for it. So on that line, I know I'm reading for somebody who's not in a survival state, but they feel like they are, right? This means you have a meal every night. You are warm. You don't go cold or freezing. You know what I mean? You're well. You can show up and you can present well. You know how to hold yourself in all sorts of demographics. I'm reading for somebody who's charming. This is a card of charm. This is somebody who also alchemizes their pain in a way that's like charismatic. You know what I mean? To me, this is somebody who does good shadow work and can pretty much get their way. Very assertive energy. You're strong. You're strong. But you're letting the ground shake over something like money. And you're so strong. You are an energetic oak tree. You can't shake because of money. You can't do that. You have to stay focused on the okay. You have to wait your time out. Something about this moon is important. Something about the moon cycle is very important for you. And something about that will reveal itself. You may get paid by the next moon cycle more than you expected. You may... Point is, again, like I said earlier, your decisions and everything will be quelled by the moon. Follow the moon. Hail the moon. Howl to the moon. The moon, the moon, the moon. Yeah, I think that's all I have. I feel you. I feel this. The fight is over. Know this. The fight is over. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next reading.